Hi everyone, Michelle Courage here from Raise Your Vibe with Michelle podcast. I am going to do a little short, I'm recording this as well, so you can go and have a look at the visual on my YouTube channel. But I'm going to just chat about the wonderful tools that I use to clear energy in the room, to clear my energy. And some of them are rituals, and some of them are sort of ritualistic in their process. And I will tell you at the end exactly sort of how I've sort of progressed. So I'm going to start with, at the moment, today is the most fabulous day. It is the 21st of December 2020, a very auspicious day, where I can feel the energy in the air. It's almost like the light workers have all banded together today, and we are just sitting in this beautiful energy. We're bringing in more and more 5D energy. And I want to explain going forward the rituals that I use for clearing and cleansing, because I think we are going to need it more and more. I think people aren't clear about it. And also, bringing in the new year, my intention is to do a lot more energy healings and clearing and cleansings. I know I have been sort of guided to do more earth clearing as well, because of my association with dragon energy. And I'll go into using the dragons as well, because they're my go-tos 100%. But in my daily stuff and the daily stuff that I do, I'm going to explain to you what I use. Okay, so I'm going to start with the beautiful sage. Okay, so I have my lighter here, and I will light my sage. I'm going to just, okay, I'll get it going. You can see the smoke. And what I will do is I will walk through every room in my house and have this intention that the smoke and this sage is clearing all the negative energy that's hanging around in every room. So I will go specifically into the darker rooms, into the rooms where I feel that are definitely not getting a lot of energy. And while I'm doing this, I do open doors and windows, because I would like it to move out. So this is one of the ways that you can clear the room, the energy in a room. A lot of people can use it just on people as well. All good. It does tend to burn for quite a while. My husband is so funny. He always turns around and he goes, "Oh my goodness, are you burning the house down again?" For me, I personally love the ritual of lighting the sage and then going around the house and doing this. I think it's all about intention though. So I'll get into that later. But this is one of the ways that you can do this. Now, sage, you can buy them online. You can buy little bundles. They're not expensive. The one I particularly really loved, and I'll show you what I used here, it's down to absolutely nothing. It had some beautiful lavender woven in amongst the sage leaves. And that I thought was just amazing. Sorry, I'm just going to open this window because this is quite a small room. And I'm getting smoked out here. Right, okay. So the other thing that I can tell you about sage is that you can grow it yourself. So that's a fabulous way. A friend of mine gifted me some sage that she had grown the other day. And I think that's such a beautiful gift to give, a homegrown sage bundle. A lot of people just tie it with a bit of string. You can see the string that's been tied and the stalks. Yeah. Okay. So that's the sage bundle. And like I said, I light it and I walk around. And if you're worried about ash or anything falling, just I use a little bowl. I went and bought a pretty little bowl at the op shop, you know, but there are special little holders, that type of stuff that you can buy online. They look like a little witch's cauldron. There's so many things that you can use. Okay, so the next thing that I'd like to show you and explain to you is the Palo Santo. So Palo Santo is just a piece of wood, a specific wood. I don't know that much about it. All I know is that a lot of people use it. I'm going to just light it. It takes a while to light. It's got a beautiful smell. And this one I actually enjoy using just to clear my energy. So if I'm talking to someone, and you can see the smoke going now, what I'll do is I will use this one around me. And I know I've seen the fabulous Natalie Ehmke. She's an energy healer. I know when she's talking to her clients, she is an energy coach. I know she uses it a lot around her, you know, just to clear energy when she's talking to someone or she's watching something online that is sort of a bit, you know, like looking at the news or anything like that. She will actually use it, and I just, it goes out quite quickly, so you can kind of just get it going again. It's got a beautiful smell. It's actually, it smells very woody and slightly more pleasant than the sage actually, but I think using the sage for a large room or a house is a bit easier. I just love Palo Santo and I love the smell of it. Again, it's not a very expensive thing to buy. You know, I think I picked up my bundle for less than $15, and there was a bundle of 3 or 4. Actually, I think there were $8. And most of the crystal places, you know, online, most of the crystal places will have them, or you can just go into a crystal shop. Most of them will have at least sage. I think Palo Santo is a little bit more difficult to get hold of. Well, I know in New Zealand it's a little bit more, it's not just everywhere, but you know, that is one of the ways you can get it, but online most of the time you can get it. Okay, so next I want to talk about these tubular bells and sound. So you can use singing bowls. I didn't bring my singing bowl for the video down here, but singing bowls are beautiful to clear energy in a room. I use these tubular bells sometimes, or I used to go in. If you're listening in the car and it's quite loud now, just understand it's going to be rather loud when I ping it. So I'll let you see how I do that. It's a beautiful sound. And what I would do with these is I would go into the room and actually cleanse the energy after, like a kid's art class or anything like that, just, or if people have used the room and I need it. So that was my first introduction, how I used those tubular sort of bells. You know, they're basically like, I don't know what the technical term is for them, but there's basically a piece of leather and they are 2 brass sort of discs that you ping together, and that beautiful clear sound will actually clear the energy in a room. And I still come back to the intention. This is all about the intention. If you make this a thing and you go up there and you go, okay, I'm going to go into this room and I want to clear the energy. Please lovingly unhook from me, unhook from the room and leave the space. I really believe that when you set that kind of intention, it happens. You know, you ask your guides to come in. I think if you're, you know, ritualizing it, I think it makes it a bit more top of mind. And that is probably what it is really about, is the top of mind. Okay, so you can use singing bowls, you can use the tubular stuff. Then there's a lot to do with essential oils. I know I have created my little essential oils range, and this one is the one I particularly love. If you can have a look on the screen, if you're watching the YouTube channel, otherwise, it's just an essential oil, and it's made up of oils, essential oils. I use doTERRA, which I have actually dowsed on and actually channeled how many drops um, per little bottle. So I've got a roll-on as well, which I've done, which has got the fractionated coconut oil. And I've actually, one of my friends gifted me a whole, her whole set. She's fabulous doTERRA lady, and she's got a whole bunch of oils, really a huge amount. And she gifted to me over a weekend, and I actually worked out the exact amounts and droplets by channeling and asking my guides to show me, and I used the pendulum to find out how many drops of each different oil which needed to go into a certain. So I've got the Lemurian one, which is the grounding one. I've got the Love and Light, which is this one. It's the Love and Light Ascension oil spray. And I think I call them galactic sprays. I can't remember what I've done. They are on my website in the shop section. And I've got the Pleiadian one, which I've used as a when I'm meditating, I use that spray because it kind of, all this, the oils that within that are opening up, and they allow you to be much more receptive and open with protection within it. And then what I do is, with one of these, I would just spray it around in my aura. So I don't know if you've seen Celestial Light, what is her name? I can't remember now. She's on Instagram as well. I can quickly have a look. I can't remember her name. She's got her own range as well. And she works with all the angels, and she's got an angelic range. So I've just made this because I did the artwork for Love and Light, which I channeled the colors and color heals. So when I channeled that, I used that on this bottle. And I've used when I worked out the formula, that is what I used, the certain different oils within each bottle. So yeah, and there's a roll-on as well. So the roll-on is fabulous. I just do sort of like a circle and then go down my arm. And yeah, so that brings more love and light. And that's also a cleansing type of way of cleansing your aura, cleansing your space around you, because it's all about unhooking those energies that have attached into you. The main go-to I also use for cleansing and clearing is Archangel Michael's silver sword. So what I do is I pull in the Archangel Michael's energy, and I ask him with his sword to cut the energetic strands that are attaching into me to help me to pop free. So if somebody's really upset me, or I've been triggered by something, or anything, just being, the whole day we are in amongst people, and especially if you're on YouTube and you're on Instagram and you're talking, and people are attaching into your energy, and it is a drain, whether you can see it or not. It will be a drain on yourself. And to use that protection, my go-to is the silver sword from Archangel Michael, because I know that he will cut those energetic strands that are hooking into me. And you do it with love, and it's not like you're cutting the person out of your life. It's just you're cutting that energetic drain out of that beautiful aura that is around you. and your energy. So yeah, so I've talked about the sage, I've talked about the Palo Santo, the singing bowls, the tubular bells, the essential oil sprays, and obviously Archangel Michael's silver sword, which is an absolute must. I'm going to talk a little bit about crystals and how we can use those. So I have got some orgonite here. So you can look up orgonite online and find out exactly what it is. It was an old-fashioned way, an older way of actually harnessing energy to repel negative energy and bring in good positive energy. So I've got them all around my house. I love them. I think they're brilliant. They can be in the form of pyramids. You could just look up orgonite, ORGONITE, and have a look at that if you are interested in maybe putting something like that. A lot of people wear some of them around their necks as well. Then from a crystal point of view, I love amethyst. Now there's many crystals that are protection and clearing and helping that. And I'm just going lightly into this video. You can do your own homework. I think it's great because when you do your work and your own homework, you will find the thing that really appeals to you, the thing that actually makes you go, that works for me. You know, for me, Archangel Michael's sword is the one that really cuts my ties and gets me cleared. The dragons, I'll talk about them now, that dragon energy. And then the sage and the Palo Santo is just for me to be aware of it and I've created like a sort of semi-ritual so that I kind of do it actively with purpose and remembering. So this beautiful crystal is an amethyst crystal. Now amethysts are fabulous for protection. I have got 4 amethysts in the 4 corners of my house that are pointing sort of in the 4 corners, I would say, you know, north, south, east, and west of all my 4 corners. And I use amethyst in quite a few ways. I've got a little key ring here that's attached to my keys, the amethyst to keep protection around my car. I've always had amethysts in my car. I've put them in the cubby hole, just forgotten about them, used them. Yeah, I believe that when you set the intention, when you use something like that, I think it really works. So it's about carrying that vibration and what you believe in. And yeah, so the crystals are huge. I mean, I'm even wearing today, I happen to be wearing this black, oh goodness, now I've gone blank. It's also a crystal that's very good at sort of protecting and repelling too much stuff that comes at you. Oh my word, I've just gone blank. I know the Quartz collection had a beautiful one up on the Instagram today. Let me just quickly have a look at the Quartz collection. Gabby always puts a beautiful, okay, it's black tourmaline, that's it, black tourmaline. So especially when I go into a crystal shop, I often take my black tourmaline with me because I am quite sensitive to the many energies that are flying around in a crystal shop, and I sort of start getting a bit of a fuzzy head and a fuzzy buzzing feeling, and I get all spacey, and I find that the tourmaline sort of just brings me back into sort of a grounding kind of feeling. Yeah. And the other things that the other most important things I use anyway are the earth dragon and the fire dragon energies. Now, I don't know if any of you have come across these energies before. If you've investigated, if you have, you will know that I am very, very sort of in touch with the dragon energy. I've taught courses on the dragon energy. I have learned from Diana Cooper. Diana Cooper has got the most amazing card deck. I'll show you her card deck. This card deck and the book, Dragon Card Oracle, or Dragon Oracle Cards, by Diana Cooper. She's got a book as well. So I think it's called Dragons, the Celestial Beings. Fabulous, fabulous. Once you tune into the dragon energies, and remember the dragon energies are basically, they can slip into different dimensions easily. That's what they signed up for. They decided that was what they wanted to do for humanity on Earth. And so they work with the archangels and the higher ascended beings, and they each ascended being will have a dragon energy that actually works closely with them. So when you call on a sort of an energy, a lot of the time the dragons, if you're finally tuned in, that dragon energy will come in and assist you and help with and there's many dragons. My go-tos are the earth dragon, because the earth dragon does most of the clearing, and you can learn about it. It is in my shop section. You can go and have a look. I think it's under meditations. I think I've got it under meditations at the moment. You can actually buy the whole, I basically did a whole talk on them, and I explained what they do, how they work, and I also then do an activation meditation on the earth dragon. And I think there's the fire dragon and the air dragon and the air, earth, fire. Oh my word, I've gone blank now. This is what happens when it's like halfway through the day and I've got so much to do today, and I really wanted to do this quickly. Okay, let me quickly have a look and see. Earth dragon, air dragon, fire dragon, water dragon. I don't know why I keep forgetting about the poor old water dragon. I used him to clear, well, I used that energy to clear the Tuki Tuki River recently when I was up there. So it's about fine-tuning into that energy, and once you're attuned to the dragon energy, it becomes second nature to work with them. You'll see them pop in. They are an incredible energy to work with and incredibly clearing. I use it a lot in my sort of day-to-day life, when especially the earth dragon can clear underneath your house. They can clear energies within your house, in buildings, in anywhere where you think there's a lower vibration energy present. There's also the fire dragon, which clears a lot of energy around you. Just incredibly quick to use. And again, it is just fine-tuning into that energy. So you again sit in the energy and you pull that energy in, and you ask that energy, please, can you come in and just clear this room, or clear the negative attachments that this person is in front of me who's got such a heaviness about them. Can you help? And yeah, I think I'll probably be talking more and more about the dragons again. I've done quite a bit of this year I've done, especially through lockdown, I did a whole series, a weekly series of activating dragons. So there's the Kuan Yin dragon, which is connected to Kuan Yin, which is the painting that I've just recently done. So beautiful energies to work with. And you don't need tools like the Palo Santo. I believe that as we're ascending, we're going to need more galactic help to do clearings and I won't say protection. Protection is the sort of wrong word to use because it's got such negative attachments, but clearing the negative attachments that have actually sort of hooked into us. You know, often you'll go and speak to someone, or you'll watch something on Facebook or on the news or whatever, and you'll come away feeling a bit heavy. And when you've come away feeling a bit heavy, this is that feeling has actually attached into your energy field. And releasing that is really important, and releasing it with intent. So however you do it, if you're using sage, if you're using Palo Santo, if you're using crystals, tubular bells, you know, sound, I can even shift my mood and anything with intention if I turn my music up and blast it, because the sound will change something, will shift something. So there's many ways to use clearing, and just find the one that fits for you, that really feels good, and that you know you're going to go to, you're going to remember it. I mean, these sprays are beautiful because I know everything inside the spray is also uplifting. So I just spray it in my aura, and I know that love and light is surrounding me. It's beautiful, it smells divine, and my intention is set. And it's all about the intention. So I thought I'd give you this quick little rundown on the ways that I use it. If I've forgotten something, I will do another podcast on it. This is also obviously going onto my YouTube channel, so you can have a look and see my pretty face with all my little stuff that's, you know, that I've shown you. Other than that, I know most of you will be knowing exactly what I'm talking about, and then implementing it. That's the thing, implementing it. And even if people think you're a bit strange, eventually they get used to it. My husband thought I was completely daft the first time I walked around the house. So I started up in my studio, clearing my energy in the studio with the Palo Santo and the sage and whatever. And then I started getting braver, and then I walked down the stairs, and I you know, when he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just, you know, it's my woohoo stuff. I'm just doing this." And he sort of was very okay about it. And he thought, "Oh, well, you know, whatever makes her happy." And I go into his office now because he works from home. And, you know, I go into his office and I do my little clearing ritual in there as well. And I honestly believe it's the intention that we set. It's not about the sage. So it's about the fact that I have set an intention that I'd like to clear the room of the energies that are hanging around, that are attaching in there. And yeah, remember to open the doors, let some beautiful fresh air in so the energies can get taken away. And my go-to is Archangel Michael's sword or the dragons. So if you want to know more, a little bit more about the dragons, I do private activations with clients, and that's a clearing, and a proper clearing where I actually use all my tools. In person, I do the soul code activation clearing, but I can do the ones online. I've offered them, and that you can go and have a look at the Energy Healer section on my website in the Work With Me section. You can have a look and just click on Energy Healer instead of the artist, and it'll take you through into the different energy sessions that I offer, which are the soul vibe sessions, which is the channeled message for you, or the clearing ones. So, or else the channeled, you know, the soul codes, which is actually embedding the soul codes, your soul alignment codes, into your aura. So yes, pop onto my website, michellecourage.com, and I will chat to you soon about clearing, and I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day today. Wherever you are, it's really, I think 2021 is going to be a fabulous time. Starseeds everywhere are excited about it. We are meditating and getting together today, which is when I'm recording this, on the 21st of December 2020, which is quite a auspicious day. and a beautiful time. And it's never too late. Just start, just get on with it. Start your little rituals, start your process, because it cannot it can only help you raise your vibration. So I will leave you with that, and I will chat to you soon. Thanks so much for listening. And as always, I'd love a review. If you'd like to leave a review on my podcast, please follow the prompts and leave a review. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks so much. Chat soon.